Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep. Once again, we're out here breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We're in a beautiful place called nature. Can I get a hello? How to be vulnerable and get everything. Everything. Someone wrote in saying that they've heard that being vulnerable does wonders, but they don't know how, and they don't know why would they want to be vulnerable. Like, aren't vulnerable people really weak people? So they're really confused about why being vulnerable is so important. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? You got a question? ralphsmart.com. Instagram us at Infinite Waters. Now, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey as a psychologist, as a counselor, but also as someone who's been real vulnerable. And I'm going to show you how it helped me get everything. Everything? Yeah, everything. It starts like this. Put your hand up. Not yet. If you have shared your background story with someone and you are still friends with that person. I mean, like the details, not just when I was 10. No, what you actually did at 10 years old when you embarrassed yourself. Like you told them that kind of story. Put your hand up if you're really good friends with them right now. Whoa, my hand went up so quick. Oh yeah. Okay, put your hand up if there is someone maybe you work with and they don't know anything about you, but you see them every single day. Put your hand up if that connection, that relationship with that person is really, really awkward. Oh yeah, I've been there. I used to work with people and I knew nothing about them and they knew nothing about me and the relationship was terrible. Okay. So, the first example, when you share with someone your background, your experiences, you form more intimate relationships with that person because you are allowing yourself to become vulnerable. You are dissolving the ego. You are showing this person, look, I'm not perfect. At 11 years old, I stole all the fruits from the supermarket just in time for the 7-day vegan challenge, right? And then they start confessing. When you confess, other people start to confess. I've said a lot of things in these videos, and actually, people know more about me than I probably know about myself. But through vulnerability, I have become stronger, but more so, I have connected with amazing beings all around the world. Slow motion that side. The most powerful people in the world are the most vulnerable. The strongest people in the world are the most vulnerable. Artists, writers, you actually feel you know them because they confess everything. They're like, yeah, this and this happened to me. And you're like, oh, really? Thank you for making me feel better about myself. The strongest people in the world are the most vulnerable because it takes more strength to be open than it does to be closed. And that has helped me so much along my journey. Look at it like this. As a psychologist, I always tell people, if you want to become vulnerable, it is not easy to do because we live in a society where we think being vulnerable is you're going to be a pushover. People are going to see you as weak. But the smartest people in the world know it's the complete opposite. In fact, the more vulnerable you are, the more successful you will become in every single area of your life. Here's how to do it. Now, let's get into the good, juicy stuff. It starts with this. Expose your dirty laundry before other people can. Oh yeah, that's right. Learn to realize every single human being you have ever laid eyes on has something they don't want you to find out about. Because if you find out about them, it is going to make them real vulnerable. So you have to learn how to expose, how to show people your dirty laundry so they can't use it against you. I'll give you an example. I always talk about the 7-day vegan challenge, how I used to eat a lot of junk food. In fact, there was a time where I was on the toilet for over half an hour. Oh my goodness, he went there. Oh yeah, I got real vulnerable. I was constipated over 11 years ago before I became a vegan. Now, just by me saying that, you might be constipated. That's going to help you. But also, you're going to say, oh my goodness, Ralph isn't perfect. Ralph has also been constipated. That's right. We're going to be best friends right now. But if I told you I'm perfect, I'm just a perfect saint, then you're like, how can I connect with you? Because I'm a bloody sinner, right? So I am not perfect. I am authentic. That's all I strive for. So when you learn to realize your dirty laundry could even serve as an example to other people, you start realizing, actually, I should start spilling the beans a lot more about my personal experiences, because people will thank me because they don't have to make them. Oh my goodness gracious. You see how many lives you've just saved? Look next time before you walk into a lamppost, for goodness sakes. Now, what else? When we talk about being vulnerable, the great psychologist Brené Brown has spoken about the power of vulnerability. And she has amazing work on that. But you got to look at it like this. The reason why a lot of us don't want to become vulnerable is because we say we don't want people to take advantage of us. Once again, the more vulnerable you are, the more help you will get. To become vulnerable, you got to learn how to ask for help. Hey, help me. Do you know I haven't done a GoFundMe campaign yet? But it's on the cards if I need it. Like, if I get evicted back into nature, I'm going to ask you guys to give me $1 million in 24 hours. Some people do that. Like, some people tell you their personal story and they say, look, help me raise this amount of money. And you donate because their story is touching. But it's only because they were vulnerable, they got what they needed. It's only because they asked for it. Ask. If you ask, it will become clear that people are ready to pour out their hands to you with a lot of beautiful things, a lot of dandelions, a lot of great things. You got to ask for it first and foremost. If you ask, it will be given to you. A lot of us, we have what I call foolish pride. We don't want to ask for anything, and therefore we're left with nothing. So I ask for everything I want and I get it. You got to also learn how to surround yourself with people who aren't going to judge you for being you. Okay, that's the great way to be vulnerable. Surround yourself with people who are non-judgmental, right? They don't care if you just have lost this or lost that or got into a crappy relationship. And then you can start confessing a lot more to them. And they can start confessing a lot more to you. And then both of you realize that actually we're really vulnerable and we're having the time of our life. Can I get a hello there? So look at it like this. A lot of people want to pretend like they've got it all figured out, that they're super hard, they're like stone all the time. And these people are crying inside. A lot of people, like artists, they open up and they have a lot of fans. People want to buy their CDs. So you got to learn from that, but more so realize this simple secret. You see, things were designed to be used. People were designed to be loved. The reason why the world is in a lot of disarray is because things are being loved and, well, you got it, people are being used. So to become vulnerable, realize that nothing is greater than human connection. The only way human connection can take place is if you open up to other human beings and say, look, I'm reaching out to you. I hope you reach back to me. Realize that at the end of the day, you're not going to be here forever. Neither is anybody else. And therefore, if you really want to know someone, you got to spill the truth about who you are. And that way, you're going to get everything. Like everything. And realize to not really identify with your identity you've been given in this society. A lot of people say, I'm this person, I'm a rich guy, I'm a psychologist. I don't know who says that. Look, if you put yourself into a box, you can't go anywhere. And that's why a lot of people are afraid of being vulnerable. When you say, I am an infinite being, now you lose all labels and you allow people to become comfortable, but also you strip away everything who you think you are. You go outside and you have a beautiful day. So there you have it. We're out here. We're in nature. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.